here, but if I don't quite know you, my name is Jaime, and this is a gentle vinyasa, but I teach it very similar to a VinYin class. So take one more breath here in your down dog. When you're ready, moving through some more sun salutation A. So gazing to the top, we're just going to tiptoe all the way up. Maybe stay all the way on the toes the whole time. It's okay if you even bend your knees a little bit here as you tiptoe up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up and over, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Move with the breath, inhale up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, back up, flat back rises. Exhale, hands come down, step back, high plank, knees, chest, chin, or you can just lower down to your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Just take a moment to feel your down dog pose. So as you're pressing your down dog back, notice how it automatically starts to generate sensation in the back of the legs. But here, staying high on the toes potentially, notice how that feels. That activates your calves. As you press your heels down, it really stretches your calves. So high on the toes, that activates the muscle. Lowering the heels, that stretches the muscle. Pressing your chest towards your legs. It's going to give you some sensation across your back. And then notice where your gaze naturally falls here in your down dog. Is it at your toes? Is it between your hands? Is it all the way up at your knees or maybe your thighs? Bringing awareness to these things, focusing on how your body is in the pose. When you're ready, let's tiptoe, step all the way to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up and over. Let's gaze up. Add that back bend if you're ready. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Add the back bend again if you like. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. If you'd like to step or hop back this time, feel free, but really root your hands in as you're hopping back. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. So imagine with your gaze, your drishti, and your down dog. So it doesn't really necessarily matter where your gaze is, but try to take the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. So as you're in your down dog, if you're looking up around your fingertips, you probably notice that the back of your neck has those little wrinkles. So take your gaze down until that goes away, keeping your neck in neutral spine. Gazing to the top, hop or step up. Inhale to the flat back. Exhale, fold. Rooting to rise, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms come up. We'll go back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or hop it back. Take your flow, take your vinyasa. And we'll all meet in that down dog pose. And from this down dog, trying to keep the feet maybe about hip width apart, because from here we're going to roll forward, high plank pose, really activating through your shoulder blades, your scapula and the back. Squeeze those muscles, core is tight, activate your legs, and try squeezing your glutes all at the same time. And let's lower the knees down to the mat, tabletop pose. You might want to step your hands back, just one hand print. Taking a couple cat-cows now. Let's inhale, drop the belly down, head rises, chest reaches between the arms. Exhale, cat pose, round the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really exaggerate the breath, exaggerate the pose. Press away with the mat. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale. This will be your last exhale. Inhale into a neutral spine. Hold the core even here, nice and tight. We're just going to lift your right leg high. Flex that back foot. Press the heel towards the wall behind you. Strong arms. When you're here, you want to press away the mat. It's going to help activate your shoulders, keeping you nice and strong. And let's bring that right knee to your right elbow. Crunch in at the core. Inhale that right leg up, press the heel back, squeeze your glute. Exhale, knee to elbow. Very good. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step the right foot down behind you. Inhale your right hand up. Nice, gentle opener. If you find your balance is off a little bit, try pressing that left foot into the mat. The left foot, that's your bent knee. Right hand comes down with a strong inner core. Let's lift your left leg up, meeting the right, high plank. Lower the knees again. Tabletop pose, left leg lifts. Inhale that left leg, but we're going to flex the heel of that left leg. Core is strong. Arms are strong. Take a breath. Remember that Ujjayi breath. Try to breathe in for those 5 seconds. Try to breathe out for those 5 seconds. And now let's pull that left knee to your left elbow. Inhale that leg straight. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale that leg straight. Left knee folds in, body is strong here. Let's straighten that left leg back out. Lower that foot down. Open, left arm comes high. Open the chest. Maybe gaze up at the hand that's in the air. One more breath. Very good. Left hand comes down. High plank pose. Right foot meets the left. And from here, let's tiptoe the hips high, down dog. Walk the hands back to meet the feet. Standing forward fold at the back of the mat. And let's inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, pausing in heart center, coming back to your intention or your mantra, whatever you said at the beginning of class. Open the eyes. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, let's walk out to a down dog pose. From here, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, folding forward into that high plank pose. And now drop the foot between the hands for crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up. Let's just feel this crescent lunge. So in your crescent lunge, you can have your leg drop down to a 90-degree here. If that feels okay, that is a lot of work in this quadricep, but you can do it if you choose. That back leg can be bent, it can be straight, but just make sure if you straighten it, you're not arching your back. You want to remain with a neutral spine here. So wherever you're at, it's good for your body. It's okay to bend the back leg. Try flexing that back heel. It's going to activate your back leg. Arms are high. And don't forget the core. We forget about the core, we forget about the glutes. So let's make everything strong as the arms are high. Let's straighten the front leg, wide leg pyramid pose, hands come down on either side of the foot. It's okay if you want to drop the back heel. As you're folding over the pyramid pose, over that front leg, notice your hamstrings, the backs of the knees, the calves working. Even here, try to take the wrinkles out of the back of the neck. Bending slightly into the front leg will launch into standing splits. Just bounce off that back leg. Fold over the front. If you are practicing your handstand kick-ups, you can always do that here. You have about 2 more breaths to play. Last breath. Step the left foot back down, pyramid pose. Right hand stays on the ground, on the shin. Let's lift the left arm high. Notice where your feet are. We're going to bend into the front knee, warrior 2, arms stay. So you might notice that maybe for your stance, you like to slide your foot back a little bit farther. That's okay. Just make sure you're comfortable here. No pain in the knee. No pain in the back knee, the front knee. No pain in the hips. Make sure you feel good. As you're inhaling the arms away from each other, sinking a little bit farther. Let's reverse the warrior. Left hand comes down, right arm lifts high. Warrior 2 pose, flow into it. Side angle, right hand comes down to the leg. Left arm can stay high or reach forward. If you like, you can use a block here. You can keep your forearm on your knee, or you can even slide your hand down, pressing your forward knee into your arm. Straighten back up, warrior 2. And from here, we'll flow down. Take your vinyasa, take your flow. Right foot meets the left, high plank, or you can just press back into a down dog. We've got 3 more breaths for any of you who are taking your whole flow. And this is your last breath. Inhale your left leg high. And let's bring your knee to elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Hold for just a breath. Step the foot down, crescent lunge. Here we lift. Arms come high. So just notice your stance. Where are you at in comparison to the other side? So in this pose, some of you might find that your quadricep and your hip flexor of the back leg feels pretty tense and tight here. That is a normal sensation to feel. If you're feeling that and it's uncomfortable, bend your knee a little bit. That makes the pose a little harder, I feel like, but it's also going to help stretch that muscle. Breathe as your arms are up. Straighten the front leg, wide leg pyramid pose. Hands come down. Some of you may still be up high on the back toes. That's okay. Or shift the heel down. Feeling the back of that leg really start to stretch. Hamstrings, the backs of the knee, the calves. Even here, core is strong and tight. So for this first half of the class, this yang half of the class, we're activating everything. When we move into the yin, we'll begin to relax. So be strong here. Turning up high on those back toes to launch into our standing splits, bending the back knee, bouncing high, right leg comes high, standing splits. And if you took the kick-ups on the other side, go ahead and practice here, play. We've got about 3 breaths. Pointing or flexing that back foot, whatever you need to do. Both pointing and flexing helps to activate the muscles in the leg. This is your last breath. Right foot steps down, back to your pyramid pose, nice wide stance. We'll bend, opening the right hand for your triangle pose. Hand can come up on the shin again or a block. And let's bend into the front leg for your warrior 2. So here, strong core, sink it nice and low. Feel your quadricep burning. Probably your glutes are burning a little bit. Really squeeze and activate everything. Core strong. Arms are out long with the legs. Even here, rolling the shoulders back and open. Gazes forward. Reverse your warrior, hand slides down the leg. Some people like to bind here. From here, back to warrior 2. Side angle, forearm to knee. Right hand comes up high or forward of your body. If you have your forearm on the knee, make sure that you're not sinking into the shoulder. Bring strength into this pose by lifting out. Strong shoulders here. Warrior 2. From here, taking your flow, your vinyasa, hands come down, left foot steps back, high plank, and you can stay here, taking your whole chaturanga, or you always have the option of taking down dog. One more breath. We'll all meet in down dog. From here, you can either take your dolphin pose, lowering down to your forearms, or coming into an altered version, taking your forearms to the mat and your knees. So even here, this is strong. This is a strong pose. Just because your forearms are on the mat and you're on your knees does not mean you're not bringing strength into this pose, because even here, you can still squeeze your core. You can still activate your glutes. And here, getting your shoulders strengthened, pressing the shoulders in and back, down. Gripping the mat with your hands, pressing the palm of your hand in. Imagine you're squeezing and gripping with your fingertips. If you're up with your hips high, everyone come down to the knees. And let's release hips to heels, child's pose. Just pausing in child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Let's just gently massage out your third eye. So to do that, you just want to rock your head right and left, gently massaging that area out. Your third eye, the center of your intuition. Try to relax into this child's pose. So we've been very active through class. We're doing a lot of strengthening here. So now just let your body relax. Come back to center. Notice the sensation of your forehead as you massage out that intuition center. And let's do a little bit of third eye breathing, third eye cleansing. So imagine that the breath is coming in and out of your third eye. Let's flush the energy out of that chakra center. Exhale the air out. Visualize it coming out of the third eye. Inhale into the third eye. Exhale the air out of the third eye. Let it go. Imagine it's cleansing out anything there, anything that's been stuck, anything that's been irritating you or aggravating you. Let it go. Inhale when you're ready. Fresh, clean, new energy. Exhale out the old, stale energy. Breathe in one more. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Let it all flush out. And from this child's pose, now let's begin to strengthen the arms. So the arms, if they're not already in front, go ahead and place the arms in front. And what we do now, instead of just letting the arms hang and be loose, let's actually press the palms into the mat, pressing your hips back down closer towards your heels. As soon as you begin to press the mat away, the arms will straighten. You'll begin to feel strength in the shoulders. You're going to feel your muscles begin to activate. And a little bit of muscle sensation down your back and your lats. And as you're here, let's just curl the back toes under, remaining here in your child's pose, almost like you're doing a toe stretch, arms forward. So with those toes curled behind you from here, hands are nice and strong. We're going to lift the hips high, hover the knees. Roll forward, high plank pose. Inhale, sit back, hover the knees. Come forward, high plank, exhale. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, high plank. And from here, down dog pose, hips just come high. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it through nice and slow. Move through the pose, warrior two. As slow as you can go. Dropping that back heel down if it's not already. Arms come up and high. Exhale, let's clasp the hands behind the back. Humble warrior. So if the hands will not clasp, you can grab any little thing you have. I actually have a towel, so I'm going to demonstrate with the towel. In your humble warrior, hands can be clasped with the towel, even separated a little bit, because as you begin to fold forward, the hands can be high. The towel doesn't have to be clasped right into each other. So this may be as much as you can do. Just bringing your chest to the inside of the leg if you can. Inhale, the chest is high. Release the towel to the side, bring the hands back up. And on this next exhale, we're going to launch forward for warrior three. So when you're ready, maybe come up high on those back toes, launching up, warrior three pose. Hold the core tight, press the heel behind you. Arms can be behind you, in front of you, at heart center. So here for a little bit of balance. strong standing leg. Left foot meets the right, nice and slow. Lower it down, chair pose, knees bent. Inhale the arms up. We're going to reverse that on the other side. So let's inhale, slowly lift the leg, warrior three. Step the right foot down, nice and slow, drop the heel into your warrior one. Core is strong here in your warrior one. From here, we take our humble warrior. So if you have a towel, just reach it behind you. Rotate the chest to open, arms are back. Fold over to the inner thigh of your left leg. One more breath here. Sinking a little bit lower if you can. And exhale, let's lift out. And inhale the arms up. Exhale, take your chaturanga, your flow, or just take your down dog. Slide that left foot back. Let's walk the hands back to meet the feet. From here, we'll lower down for a toe stretch. Dropping the knees down. So the idea, if you've never taken a toe stretch, we'll be up high on the toe. So I don't know if you can see me in the camera. I'll move a little bit closer here. So you're up high on the toes first. As you drop your knees down, your toes remain folded underneath. So the idea is that we're getting a little stretch in our toes. How often do you actually get to say that you're stretching your toes? So a lot of people, they stay here and then they begin to lean back. This is a deeper stretch on the toes. If you are leaning back, just be aware of the neck. Don't want your neck to hang. Imagine you're taking the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. Neutral spine. Another option is to lean forward. So some people have said that this is the easier version. For me, it feels like it's tougher because I tend to push back into my toes, getting deeper into the stretch. But you can let it be however you want it to be. How do your toes feel? You've got one more full breath. So imagine you're breathing in for 5. And nice and slow out for 5. Uncurl those toes and just place them gently on the mat. Begin to massage them out. Maybe rock your feet right and left a little bit at the heels. Maybe that means you sit back on the toes a little bit. Or even flatten the tops of the feet down. We'll just pause. 2 nice still breaths. So this is your hero pose or a version of your hero pose. And from here, if you can, let's roll over the toes until we are on the soles of the feet. So just be gentle and easy as you roll back. From here, step your feet out for yogi squat. Hands and elbows can come to the center of the yogi squat or the center of the knees. Hands here can be at heart center. I would say this is a more relaxed version of your yogi squat. You can also place a block underneath your hips or pelvis if you need that, or if it just feels good. The other version is to take a nice, strong, solid yogi squat. Bring the elbows off the legs. Squeeze the glutes, the inner thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Now, this is a stronger, harder version of this pose. It's not meant for everybody, especially right now. You have one more breath. Maybe even bringing your arms above the head for the last remainder of the exhale. Hands come all the way down. If you'd like to play with crow pose, go ahead and play with crow pose here. You have 2 breaths wherever you're at. Stay in yogi squat. Take a couple breaths to play with crow. Nice, solid, strong crow. What I have found is if you have long sleeves and long pants on, crow pose is even more difficult than it was with nothing to stick on your skin. Wherever you're at, we have one more breath. Let's lower the hips all the way down to the mat. From here, fly back onto the mat, pausing in waterfall pose. So I am going to demonstrate waterfall pose today with a pillow because a lot of us don't have blocks at home. If you have a couch pillow or even your pillow that you sleep with at night, it doesn't really matter what you have. But here for waterfall, go ahead and place this pillow underneath your pelvis. Because here we're going to take a relaxed waterfall pose. Bend the knees slightly. Just try to keep the heels and hips in line. And with this slight tuck or bend in the knees, just remain here in stillness. Feet are relaxed here. So don't worry about flexing them. Don't worry about pointing them. Just let them relax. Take one more breath. And for those of you that want to stay right here, you can, with the extra extended version. So there's 2 things that I want to give you for the next 5 breaths. For anybody who is not quite done, wants to be more active, remove the pillow out from under you. For the next 5 breaths, flex the feet, activate the legs. So this is a stronger waterfall pose. Even here, hold the core strong. We've got 4 more breaths. For everybody else, if you'd like to take shoulder stand, this is a great opportunity to do that. Pressing the heels up, walking your hands up the back, legs come high. Three more breaths. So if you'd like to lower into plow, drop the feet behind the head. Two more breaths wherever you're at. One more breath, last breath. Exhale all the air out. And let's slowly lower the legs down on your next inhale. So hips and pelvis come down. If you're up, tuck the hands under the glutes. Lower the feet all the way down. Fish pose, come up high on the elbows. So this is your counter pose if you were flying with your feet high in shoulder stand. If you are in the strong, harder, more activated waterfall, go ahead and relax back into your softer waterfall. One more breath here. Let's everyone lower down to the mat. If you have a block or pillow underneath your pelvis, go ahead and set it to the side. We're going to pause here in your corpse pose for about 2 breaths. If you would like to take pentacle pose, let the feet come wide, arms come wide. So this is similar to your starfish. It's just a different name for it. This is your yin version, is called pentacle. Let the body lie out. Close the eyes and let's begin to rock the head right and left. Just to relax and loosen up the neck. Pausing the head in the center, let's take one more breath. Exhale, release. Before we move out of this pose, just give yourself a quick scan of the body. Start to notice anywhere you're feeling any tension, any tightness, any sensation. Just ask that place to relax. Ask that place to let go. Anywhere in the body. It could even just be an uncomfortable sensation in the body. Maybe it's not tense. It just feels a little bit weird. Just bring your thoughts there. Ask it to let go. And as your body gets heavier towards the mat, as you begin to relax, just be aware of where you're at in the room. Begin to notice your surroundings. And as we move out of this pose, we'll just hug the knees right into the chest. And let's gently rock ourselves up to a seated position. Cross the legs. We're going to take an easy sit position. Cross the legs, and in this cross-legged position, go ahead and just let one foot be in front and one foot be tucked under. So this is a version of a square pose or 90-90 pose, but you can even let the legs open up a little bit more if that feels good. We're going to get into your outer pelvis right now by starting to lean forward. So just be careful with the ankles. Make sure everything feels good. Make sure your knees feel good. If your knees are uncomfortable or don't feel good, tuck a pillow underneath of them. That might help with any uncomfortable sensations. But in this pose, we're going to begin to lean over the legs. So in this version of the pose, you might notice that you can lean forward a little bit deeper than normal. If you do have that pillow bolster, you can grab a hold of it now, and you can begin to use it as we move into this yin pose. Slowly folding over. Let the back round. Let the shoulders start to dip down. Start to relax the neck. Really begin to relax your face, just softening all the muscles there in your face. Just allowing yourself a good 5 breaths here. And I'm going to go ahead and start to change the lighting in the room as we begin to slow the class down. So relaxing through your shoulders, relaxing through your neck. Notice if you can go a little bit deeper on every exhale. Maybe taking that Ujjayi breath. Just notice all the sensations that you're feeling, maybe in your outer pelvis. From this easy sit position, let's lift your upper body up, your chest up. We're going to cross the legs the opposite way. So go ahead and place your opposite leg in front. We're going to do the same process. So it's okay if your knees are even a little bit farther apart. Maybe for you, you need to have your feet even close to each other. Find whatever space is the most comfortable for you. Begin to lean forward. So we're getting into the opposite side now. As you're folding forward, just begin to notice all the sensations in your body. And if you're using that pillow or bolster in between your legs or under your knees, so that there's nothing wrong with doing that. What feels good? What is your body telling you to do? About 2 more breaths here. Let's slowly lift up. If you have a bolster in front of you, just set it to the side. From here, bring your knees in towards your chest. Let both of your feet touch the ground. And just leaning over the legs. Just take one breath as your head folds down towards your knees. And when you exhale, let's lower both of your hands behind your hips. Roll your shoulders back, chest is high, gaze up. Very good. Release those shoulders down. Extend both of your legs out in front of you. Seated forward fold. Begin to lean forward. In the seated forward fold, it's okay to have the knees bent just slightly. It's even okay to relax your feet. So with a yin version of a seated forward fold, we're not necessarily trying to activate our legs. We're trying to relax them, relax the hamstrings, relax the backs of the knees, relax the calves, so we can get into that fascia. Trying to get into the fascia that's surrounding your knees, that's surrounding your muscles, that's also running into and in between all of your musculature. So let's relax those muscles, get into that fascia so we can stress that fascial system. Lean forward towards the legs. It's okay to round the back. It's okay even to round the shoulders a little bit. If you have that pillow or bolster in front of you and you would like to use that, feel free to do that here as well. We have about 5 more breaths. Try to relax those hamstrings. A lot of times when we're coming into these poses that feel really tight on our body, you might start to notice that the muscles continue to clench up. That's a natural reaction. So just try to bring your attention there, relax them. If the muscles continue to tense up, try backing out of the pose a little bit. 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Very good. And from here, we'll open the legs wide for a wide-legged forward fold. So in this wide-legged forward fold, the legs can be as wide or close as you need them to be. Now, I am going to place my bolster or pillow in between my legs here because it gives me something to lie on. And just know that you can always fold these up and even just lean on top of them as you lean forward, because each one of us is a little bit different. So right here, you may be up high. Some of you may be flat on the ground. Or some of you might be even seated completely upright. all of us will feel different sensation. So for me, my legs are open pretty far. Most of my sensation is on my inner thighs. But if your legs are more in a V shape, you may also be getting some sensation on your hamstrings, the backs of your knees, and your calves. Wherever you're at, begin to relax into the pose. Try to hear even, it's okay to round the back a little bit. It's okay to begin to relax your shoulders. Soften your neck. Let your forehead come down to the surface below you. Maybe it's a pillow. Maybe you even have a block in front of you. Wherever you're at, just relaxing. We have 3 more breaths. This is the last breath here. So let's exhale all the air out. Really exaggerate it. Let it all out. Notice the pause in that stillness. Notice how your body feels when that breath and nothing is moving but your heart. Inhale when you're ready. Begin to walk your hands out. If you have something in between your legs, let's just go ahead and set it off to the side. And we're going to get into the lower back a little bit here. So let's bring your inner right foot to your inner left thigh. So this is half butterfly in yin yoga. In half butterfly, we're going to lean towards this extended front leg. So I have my left leg forward. This does not matter. Just take whatever side feels good because we're going to do the exact opposite next time. So with this extended leg, go ahead and lean towards that leg. Relax your body. And how we're going to get into the lower back. So we're actually going to either grab a hold of the blade of the front leg. So hand reaches for the outer blade. Lean over that leg. So we're actually twisting our body over the front leg. Now, if you can't reach the blade of that foot, it's okay to be up high and just place your hand to the outside of that left leg. This is fine. You're still going to feel some sensation in the opposite side of your back. So if your left leg is forward, you'll feel sensation in your lower right side. I'm only going to be here for 3 more breaths. Try to close the eyes if they're not closed. Focus on that lower back. How does it feel? Do you feel the pull across that fascia? Slowly lift up. We're just going to easily, gently extend the bent leg out and begin to bend the opposite leg, placing the foot on the inner thigh. Slowly start to lower over that front leg. Slowly walk yourself out. Same thing that we did on the other side. Maybe the hands are over, up high towards, so I have my right leg out, opposite of the forward leg. Maybe you're reaching for the blade of that foot again, twisting the body. So this time, my right leg is forward, so my left back is stretching, the lower left side. Begin to relax your body. We're trying to get into the fascia, that lower back where it's connecting down into your pelvis and all across the musculature of your lower back. Try to relax your lower back. It's okay if you're using the strength in your arm to pull you over deeper if that feels good. Exhale the air out. Slowly inhale and lift. Soles of both feet together, butterfly pose. as the soles of the feet touch, let's take butterfly pose with the feet farther forward. So this is more of like a diamond shape. The sensation is going to be a little different. If you've never taken this version, it's going to feel different. You might feel more sensation in your hamstrings as well as your lower outer leg. So as you lean forward, just notice where you're at, how it feels. Is it okay? We'll be here for 3 breaths, and then we're going to pull the feet closer. So you might notice with your diamond-shaped legs, you're able to lean a little bit farther forward than when your feet are up close to you. Here's another place where you can place a pillow in front of you, underneath of you. You can fold it up. Just hug it. Do whatever feels good. If you have a dog or a kid, just take advantage. You don't have a lot of these options when you're at the studio. So instead of letting it be a distraction, maybe just use it to your advantage. And let's pull the feet in close to your body. So maybe about midway between far and really close, because we'll go really close next. So midway, we're in the middle now. Begin to lean forward. Just start to notice how this might feel a little bit different than when your feet were forward. Just bringing more awareness into your body. What sensations are you feeling now? And where you feel that tension, try to let it go. Try to relax that area. Soften the muscles there. For me, it's in my pelvis right now, pretty deep. We have one more breath. Lifting your chest high and pulling the feet all the way in. And you might not be able to really lean forward here. That's okay. Just do your best. And with the feet really close in, you might start to feel sensation now in the inner thighs. And every person is a little bit different. So for me, when my feet are close, I feel a lot of sensation in my inner thighs. That might not be for everybody. Maybe you've been feeling sensation in your inner thighs the whole time, and that's perfectly normal as well. How does this position feel different in comparison to the other two? Just be aware of it. Don't put any judgment to it. And let's lift your chest up if it's not already, sitting nice and high. And from here, bend both of the knees, place the soles of the feet on the mat. We're just going to do a little twist here. We're getting close to Shavasana time. Place the hands behind your glutes. Just drop the legs over to the right. And feel a nice little stretch on the outer left hip. Try not to necessarily sink into the shoulders here, but let your chest be open. Drop the legs over towards the left. Get that nice stretch on the outer right side. And pull the knees up to the center. Hug your knees in. And if there's any pose that you want to take, have a couple minutes left. So I would like to give you puppy pose. So for your puppy pose, coming to your knees, you can start from tabletop pose here. Here's another great place to use your pillow. So I'm going to place the pillow here. For puppy pose, your hips are high. Your knees can be wide here, or they can be really close together. You'll start to walk your body forward, getting a nice deep curvature in your lower back. So this is for your thoracic spine. This is also for your lumbar spine. So as you fold forward, maybe your chin comes down to the mat. Maybe your forehead does. If you have a pillow, maybe a cheek. breathe. One more breath wherever you're at. And let's begin to come forward all the way down into prone shavasana. Just lie down on the mat. Let your arms come out beside you. If you have your bolster there, that's okay. Place your ear on the bolster, left or right. And let's place the opposite ear on the bolster. And from here, all you need to do is roll over on your back. If you have the pillow there, just let the pillow be lengthwise with your spine. Maybe your pelvis is on the mat. If you have a pillow underneath of you, that's okay. Let your arms be wide here. Maybe even here you can take a pentacle-like pose with your arms wide, your feet wide. You can also choose to take a seated shavasana. That's also perfectly fine. And that's actually where I'm going to be. So find yourself in a comfortable position. If you're taking a seated shavasana or meditation, then that's okay. Get comfortable. Close your eyes. Let's take a few breaths. Exhale all the air out of the lungs. Inhale nice and slow. Exhale, release. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale, sigh it out. Last breath. Let's inhale through the mouth again. Feel the air as it moves over your tongue, your teeth. Exhale, release out of the mouth. Feel the temperature change as you release that breath. And as you lie here in your shavasana, I'll just give you a reminder that we're still here every minute or so, just so you know, since we're all at home, I want you to know that we're still here, we're still with you. We're still here practicing your shavasana. we're still here. And slowly start to bring awareness into your body. Now keep in mind, as we are here, as we are still lying here, you can always choose to remain in a Shavasana, because sometimes it just feels really good. I'm going to read you our passage. Our card, and this is probably going to be backwards, is Serenity for today. So serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentment interfere with your serenity today. We here in the spirit world sent you this card to remind you not to feel overwhelmed at this time. Sometimes the answers are not readily available, so it's a matter of living one day at a time. And as this will assist you in letting go of the past and all the negativity associated with it, the past no longer serves your highest good, and it can prevent you from achieving the serenity that you've been so desperately seeking. You've learned from your past mistakes and the lessons they've shown you. Letting go of what no longer serves you enables us to help you even more. We're aware of fears and insecurities you may be experiencing right now. When you take the time to let go of and disperse those unwanted thoughts, divine guidance can find its way to you from spirit, giving you peace of mind. Find comfort and courage in knowing that you're not alone. We're connected to you forever. So hopefully that card really resonated with a lot of you. I know it did with me. So I want to thank all of you again for coming. If you'd like to bring your hands to Heart Center Anjali Mudra, you can. And the divine in me honors and cherishes the divine in all of you. Namaste, everyone. Hope you all had a great class. And I know we did a lot of strong strength building things today, so I hope you feel really good now and tomorrow. And if you want to just lie there for the next 15 minutes or continue meditating, feel free to do that as well. So once again, I want to thank everyone.
Thank you, Jaime.
You're welcome. I'm going to pull you guys up now.